Hey there, Drawyah here, and welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator. And welcome to Flight MadDog X by Leonardo. Today taking flights in the MD-83 from here in Oslo Gardermoen to Helsinki Vantaa, flying Finnair colours, and fingers crossed, touch wood, should be a pretty good flight indeed. So about an hour and a half-ish flight time today, give it a few minutes. Expecting it to go pretty smooth for the most part. I've done a few testing flights in the MD-80. There's a few systems I'm not quite at yet, but for the most part we're getting there. But again, what do you say? I mean, the MD-80, in this case MD-82 in particular, it's been a workhorse for many years. Still sees a few light operations around the world. Not as much as it used to, say, like 5 years ago, even less than that. I mean, American Airlines retired the MD-80s in 2021. They retired the last MD-80, kind of 2021. So yeah, things have had certainly a little bit of longevity. But finally, taking flight in the MD-80, Finnair colours, out of Oslo into Helsinki. So jump cockpit, set the aircraft up and prepare ourselves for our flight. Got to remember, the MD-80 was certainly not built for pilot operation. The systems controls are a little bit all over the place, but hopefully we'll be able to get through things nice and smoothly through its operation. So, first things first, I'm going to activate the batteries, which are over here. So power on and on. Armed emergency lights. Going to activate the hydraulic systems, which are over here by the co-pilot side. So transition and auxiliary on. And that is pretty much all I need from the overhead panel right now. All the fuels are off, we'll do the fueling later. Flight door, leave that open for now, nothing particularly needs to get closed. So far, so good. Right, let's get the tablet up and running. So just push and hold the power button to get it up and running. Definitely not an iPad this. Right, I'll go through the weight to balance first of all, and let's go through the aircraft's setup. So, first of all, we need the passenger numbers. Passengers on board today will be 108, so 108 divided by 2, 54. We'll do 54 in the front section, and 54 in the rear section. Cargo on board today, 2.7, so 1.125. 1.35, so 1350 and 1350. Fuel on board, fuel requirement today is the 6922. So total fuel per tank will be, say, 3500 will do 3500 and 3500. Of course, I take our fueled up, passenger on board, and weights should be good to go. Going to do this, we'll go to packs, get passenger on board of the aircraft as well. So Oslo Gardermoen to Helsinki Vantaa, 916, 37,000 cruise today, hour and 15 minutes on the clock. Departure at approximately, departing at 15:15, so 15 plus 8, 23 minutes, 22 minutes till departure. Flying an MD-82, 104, what was it today? 108, sorry, 108. We have got a Finnair boarding music. We have got Finnair safety briefing, albeit more modern than the era of the MD-80, but it will do. Do get snack service, too short for a meal service, customs not required, flight number does not continue, and passengers can start the boarding. Right, jump out to the FMS, let's get this thing plugged in. So I'm going to start off the position initialization. And you're currently at Echo November, Golf Mike, ENGM. Copy the GNS position, put that into the ZFC position, head over to the routes, and our arrival, which is Echo Foxtrot, Hotel Kilo. So far so good. Now jump over to the waypoints, starting with Massive. Massive, fly direct to IVAO. From IVAO, we fly the Yankee 363 to Lakut, and that's activate the flight plan and executes. Co-pilot side, stick onto the legs page, and for this, as performance, we'll plug in our calculations. So, cruising altitude today will be flight level 370. Fuel on board, that is, so we're on 3535, so 7,000. Mode N. Zero fuel weight on board is 50.01, so 50.011. Reserves. The reserves are calculated from the flight plan. Reserve fuel on board today is 2.3. So giving me an error message that the max cruising altitude would be 3.5. Fair enough, a little bit heavy I guess for the 3.7, but we'll be able to get there without too much problem once we've done a bit of fuel. Yes, this is Microsoft Flight Simulator, Norwegian, but the menu is always MadDog X. So it's passenger mods. It's an add-on that runs on top of all the flight simulators. Right, top of cruise climb. Winds will be 314 at 20. That is there. Transition altitude, grab those from the charts here. It's Oslo. So departure charts. Transition is 7,000, so that's correct. Right, we'll jump over to our departure and arrival index. Departing runway 190 right on the MSFS 6 Delta departure. Execute that. Should be no discontinuities, everything should link up quite nicely. We'll check that on the flight plan as soon as we get a chance to check. Right, let's do the weather for Helsinki. Sorry, METAR for Oslo.
Variable 200 to 330 at 5 knots. Visibility 10 kilometers. Temperature 16 degrees Celsius. Sky clear. Dew point -4 degrees Celsius. Winds 260.
There was no AT today, so base it off of Unicom departure. Altimeter is 1013. Reset standard. Get the backup display pumped up. And I think that's pretty much all I need to do in regards to the aircraft configuration, apart from our takeoff setup. So we'll get back onto the tablet for that. There's performance. So we're calling it Echo Golf November Mike. Runway 2. Sorry, what runway was it again? I've already forgotten. Also, I was plugged in Nottingham, not Oslo. Sorry. ENGN. That's more like it. Right, departure runway 19 right. Dry conditions, flaps all used optimum level it calculates for us. Wind speeds on departure. So at Oslo right now again, that's 2707. QNH 1013. Temperature outside is 16 degrees centigrade. Anti-ice will be off, packs will be active. Takeoff weights. Takeoff weight on departure will be 53453. Right, calculate that. So we need flaps 4 for departure, V1132, rotate 138, V2147. So again, quite a big gap between the rotate and the actual lift of the aeroplane. You'll notice in the MD-80 climb performance is not quite on its side all the time. So, flaps 4, I'm plugging numbers in shortly. So 132, 138, 147, 132, 138, 147. And we'll be using a dialer flap of 4.
We're ready to go when you are.
Yes, dialer flap. The magical system on the MD-80 where you can get very precise with your flaps requirements. Exactly how the aircraft needs it. Centre gravity, grab that from the previous page. Take centre gravity is going to be 18. So 18 set on centre gravity, flaps 4 required, which means our trim basically needs to follow the, well, match trim notch here to the actual green bar. This moves when he calculates different requirements. So that's 18. Just nice and gently, slowly adjust the trim, get it in the right place, kind of whereabouts. Cool, we're getting there. Aircraft's been filled up, so we can start the APU, start pump on, APU master, also on the top right, APU master starts. After a few seconds, the RPM should start to move now, which it does. We can activate the APU, actually we won't do that, the APU start up first, then we'll transfer the system over. As for anything else, we can set up the position lighting on the aircraft, get master caution, and I think that is now pretty much just ready to go. So not our speeds all calculated, 147V2. What I can do is I can set up the approach back to runway 22 left, correction 19 left if we need to return back to Oslo for whatever reason. That will be 192, 11055. So 110.55. 110.55. Course 192. Course 192. Flight director on and on. In no at the moment, so we'll go straight up to cruising level of 370. And also set the heading also to 192 just in case we need to return back for whatever reason. And with that, we are configured and ready to go. AP available, switch over the APU buses, APU bleed on, sorry, APU bleed, APU air on. And we can disconnect the ground services and also passengers boarded. We can also close the doors. So you go, you go, you go, and you go. Move on the take performance page for the calculation wise. Right, at this stage we are pretty much ready to go. Let's take this to the fuel pumps. Turn off the star pump, don't require that just yet. We're going to switch the high position to captain's side. Generators are off, parking brakes set, flight recorder off. Flight recorder links to the parking brake, and engine generators are linked to the engines currently inactive. So I'm happy with aircraft configuration. I am happy with everything as it's set up. These we're going to lift. These are hydraulic systems linked to the fuel and the engines. Must admit, don't truly understand the system, but it's got to be done if you want it to work, so got to do it. Right, double check system, so it'll be 122.8 for Unicom. And let us quickly sort out the Unicom. So, oops, just remember I need to print something out quickly. 2 seconds, 2 seconds. I've got something. Where is it? There it is. File print. Bear with me. That's done it. Cool. Right, so right now it's Oslo. We are at stand. Right. Right, what was I doing? Checking stand number. So currently at stand 175. Taxi from runway, going to push back onto kilo. 19, right, crossing onto kilo, taxi down. Taxi down November, holding out for 9 kilo. November, holding out for 9. Runway 19, right. Also got my charts ready. Departing on the MSFS Delta. Actually, I'm doing on screen now. So got charts ready. Departing on the MSFS Delta. So pin that. Departure path out. Once again, transition for 7,000 feet, although we already set it out until 1013, so little for us to do in regards to that. Whoops, go off. Everything's been calculated, FMS is ready, APU is ready, and at this point we are good for push and start. Yes, PMDG77 is set to release this weekend as far as everyone can see. Very excited for it. Hopefully you get a good chance to get some, well, quite a few flights in over the weekend. Yes, last time we had PMDG, it'll be this weekend, they are set to release. Right, pre-plan pushback. Request pushback.
Cockpit to ground.
Anti-collision lights on, so that ground cadet radio engine startup. Let's get out of it, shall we? I will say, really enjoying the MD-82 so far. It's a wonderful aircraft to fly. Very hands-on. A lot of you have to do in actually keeping it airborne and safe, but it's certainly a rewarding aircraft and get from A to B without any problems. I've had enough testing flights in the last couple of days to actually kind of bolster my knowledge of it. But it's definitely been quite the experience. Definitely quite the experience. Set the starter system B. Start pump come online. Check on the APU. Nothing else is active. Set the date as well if you want. So today is the 5th of the 5th. Our flight number today is flight 916.
We are cleared for start and push.
Okay, cleared for push start. Please release parking brake.
And this is leg 1. Right, one brake released. Let's get out of it.
Released.
Commencing pushback. You can start the engines in sequence.
It will start in the sequence.
And switch from stand. What we can do starts engine number 2. I'm going to monitor the N2.
Ladies and gentlemen, please
Like that
direct
around
your
18.
attention to the screen for an important safety demonstration. Thank you for flying with us.
Yeah, so safety briefing itself is going to be a bit more modern for the MD-80, but like I say, it'll do. It's Finnair. It's all the same stuff. Right. Fuel flow 18. Sorry, engine 18. Fuel flow starts, which fuel flow going up. Exhaust temperature will go up as well as it starts to ignite the fuel, and throttle will start to increase with the N1. Nice and quick turn there from the ground crew. Thank you very much.
Must be switched off and stowed for takeoff and landing. Make sure that your armrest is in the down position.
Cool. Engine 2 active. Good starts. Close the hatch, and engine 1 starts.
And stow for takeoff.
Once again, mod to the N2.
Your safety belt is fastened by inserting the metal
Okay,
end
pushback completed. Please set your parking brake.
Parking brake set.
Parking brake set.
your belt. If
Parking brake set. Lowering aircraft.
your safety belt must
And
be fastened
engine fuel flow starts.
Startup is complete. You may disconnect.
when the safety belt sign is
Roger. Good engine start. Clear to disconnect.
I'll even take good engines up from the ground now. Very nice.
Positions waiting for the visual. Thank you and goodbye.
Cool. So engine 2 started. Engine 1 starting up. So far so good.
time in the aisles and exit areas during the
Perfect. Be some switch. Turn off the starter. Turn off the starting system. Fuel start pump off. Yes, 3 starters for the MD-80. Quite a system. APU generators off. So external power as well, not required. APU air off. APU master off, and activates the packs. The engine leads.
has been trained to ensure your
You can see the systems are all active. Everything looking good. Nothing out of place. The only thing that I've got left is the parking brake. Lock the door. No one can enter in exit the cockpit. And we are good to go. So now it's our taxi to the runway. Going to activate the taxi lights, which is the nose light set to dim. Release the parking brake. Just a little bit of throttle, make way to the runway. Also lower the flaps down to 4 degrees. Perfect. So use dial-up flap on the MD-80 to set the flaps exactly how you need for departure, as calculated by the tablet. And then the rest is done through the dial-up flap. Have flown Finnair in real life. I've not to Mikhail. I will be flying with Finnair in July, flying out of Yankee 1337, Helsinki to Heathrow in the Airbus A350 of all aircraft, so very excited for that when it comes out next, well, later this year, 2 months away now. So I've been to Finland a couple of times. I absolutely adore it as a country, got some good friends out there, so good to Good to make a return again after a couple of years.
Please pay close attention to the location of your nearest exit.
Right, AP shuts down, thank you very much.
And downwards, and as low as possible.
I'm right, Nicholas. Not too bad today. How you doing? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the chats.
On-hand luggage in the aircraft. The safety features of this aircraft may also be found in the safety card located in the seat pocket. Please review the important information on the safety card before takeoff.
Let's make a right onto November. We're using freeway scenery for both Oslo and Helsinki. I'm looking at the payware Helsinki, but I'm actually really happy with the freeware, so I actually kind of need to jump onto it just yet. No, just economy class, as all. I'm afraid I'm not that fancy enough to afford first class and business class flights on long, well, wide-body jets at least.
Cabin lights will be dimmed for departure and landing. If you require additional lighting, there's a reading light on the
The cabin lights. It's not particularly dark outside, is it? Yes, sun is on the horizon. First one on 146, very good, John. How did you find it so far? Welcome, California. California, it's been a while, man. How are you doing? So, takeoff configuration done. Cabin is secure. Passengers are happy. So far, so good. First route with Finnair back in 2019. Fair enough. Because that's more of an Embraer stroke Airbus type rather than old McDonnell Douglas. I mean, Finnair kept the McDonnell running until relatively later on in the aircraft. Fair enough, not quite as American later on, where they're running them until, well, some airlines still operate to this day. But Finnair's one of the later Douglas operators here in Europe. I have been on an odd MD, not necessarily an MD aircraft, but the Boeing 717. So before Volanta retired them in 2021.
ready for takeoff.
Thank you, cabin crew. Before they retired in 2021, in 2020, January 2020, I flew to Catania from Venice. So a domestic flight across Italy in the Boeing 717. That was a good old flight. Really, really enjoyed that one. So we've got a follow me truck or something ahead of us. I've jumped in front. Presume you're going to the maintenance hang on the right there, so it does like a runway inspection or something. We're almost at the hot shot mark. I'll be next left-hand turn coming up shortly. You've cleared out of the way for us, thank you very much. Oh yeah, the Finnair livery, it's definitely quite the style of this. Quite a style, I do quite like it. Flew from Helsinki to Delhi with the 5900, very nice, very nice. Do you have advice switches? No, it does not, Diego. No, it does not. So the RS is basically, well, the RS essentially aligns from the get-go. All we've got to do is just plug the coordinates into the flight management computer. Right. Cabin crew, please take a seat for departure. Quick check of the WebEye. There's no inbound traffic at Oslo at the moment, so runway's pretty good for us to go. Let's make transponder. That's our departure intentions. Activates the landing lights. Set the strobes to active. So it's 132 V1, 138 rotate, 147 V2. Now, one thing I've definitely noticed in the aircraft, I don't know if it's me doing something, probably me doing something wrong, but whenever I actually get the aircraft, well, rotated and airborne, I can't quite get the flight director to bite with the rate of climb. So the only way I can really resolve it is by skipping a few waypoints, getting it to catch up with the flight management computer, but for some reason I just can't get that crosshair to bite. Not the end of the world, just need to do an extra step in regards to getting the autopilots online. But apart from that, all should be good to go. Right, runway's ours. Let's get going. Let's put the engines up. Engines 1, 2 stable. 80 knots. 100. V1. Rotates. V2. Gear up.
Gear up, lights out.
Just trim slightly, set your throttle to 250 knots. And there you have it. Finnair is airborne. So passing out of Oslo, so far so good. You can see for some reason the flight director, the horizontal just does not, well, the vertical does not bite at all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this to skip towards the Golf 603 and hopefully try and get into force. Climb out the aeroplane, because if I activate autopilot now, what it will do, genuinely, is throw the nose down. That's not what I particularly want. So I don't know if I'm doing something wrong operation with the aircraft, but there's just one thing I cannot seem to get going. That's up. Put a VNav. Let's give it a go, shall we? VNav. VNav climb. Ah, there you go. Cheers, pilot. Right, autopilot active, VNav active, and navigation active. Right, the aircraft should have everything, no problem. So it was just a case of putting the VNav, well, setting the VNav live at the right time, I guess, after departure. There you go. The more you know, I guess, the more you know. Oh, yeah, the scenery is wonderful out of this book. I mean, I've been to Oslo a couple of, well, yeah, I've been to Oslo twice in real life. Both times been to Gardermoen. I was going to try and do the other Oslo airport Torp on the way out last time, but issue with the what do you call it? I think it was a flight cancellation actually. Right, so we're going to be on heading hard, I guess, because of an intercept not being available. So what I'm going to do is make a right hand turn, pull that, get ourselves intercepts onto the heading. Forwards with Wildman, how are you doing? On the channel, on the chats. Passing 7,000, all the altitude's already set to 1013. Lots and lots of trees out there. Lots and lots of trees. Cool, so now nav track, VNav climb, and flight computer is in active operation. So at this point, I can now take my hands off the aircraft. It's all in control. So we've done a few testing flights with it. I've done flights from London to Manchester, Helsinki to Stockholm, and Helsinki to Volanta. So 3 flights in the MD-82 so far. So I'd like to think I've got a decent hold of it. Probably going to do some things wrong throughout the flight, but hey ho. First time actually flying on the camera. This is where things, I guess, peak in terms of levels. June next will be good. I mean, I'm going to pick it up for sure, Spork. Definitely a platform I want to try it in future, so fingers crossed, yes. Fingers crossed, yes it will. Hot 250 knots to 10,000, and then for Golf Mike, Gardermoen 507, continue to SID, then continue to raise the speed up for the rest of the climb, passing through 9,000. Like Helsinki lots, always seen flying there, also fly Manchester all the time, his favourite airport, it's got a nice scenery, very nice. Yes, I do absolutely adore Finland, Helsinki, lovely country, been there a couple of times. Going there again in July, so my first trip into Finland. I've been through Helsinki, been through Lappeenranta, and next I'll go to Finland, I'll be going through Tampere, so a couple of trips to tick off the list as well. Is the aircraft been difficult to learn? It has been, Just as it has been. It's not so much difficult in regards to flying, it's just learning the systems, learning processes, and even just finding out where things are, because like I said, the MD-80 is not built with the pilot in mind. Systems and switches are absolutely everywhere all over the cockpit, so it's really just a case of figuring out where things are, where systems go, and actually getting the aircraft to fly from A to B. But like I say, it's been an absolute joy so far. It's been an absolute joy. Standard 3x2 seating interior. We've got one view set to the right wing, well, right engine, and then one view set to the left wing. I haven't been to Stockholm. I have. JWS. I have.
On larger portable electronic devices. This is also a reminder
Been to Stockholm
don't
once.
fasten throughout the duration of the flight and do not form a line near the lavatory.
So at this point, we are just following the departure path out, steam into Mach 507, 508, massive inputs, and that'll be the end of the flight plan packets and Lakuts. So pretty standard departure, like I say, pretty standard flights, hour and a half or so on the clock. As our routing, so departed from Oslo, a little bit of a shaky departure out, let's get the flight plan in place. Now we're on routes, car across Sweden, and then make our way into Finland. As for ATC, I believe we have got ATC over Sweden right now. Yes, we do. So we've got Sweden online. We'll speak to Sweden control later. Nobody online in Finns just yet, but things always change. We'll see how things go as we progress. Yeah, the new cockpit layout's always been hectic. Oh yes, just so yes. Worst I've ever been on, difficult to say, I must admit. Difficult to say. I mean, I've been on so many flights. I've not necessarily said anything has been particularly bad. Does anything come to mind? Yeah, not really. No airline I'd ever say I'd never fly with again. No major turbulence, no real cancellations or delays. Not really. I've always been quite smooth on my flying process. I always consider myself quite fortunate with that. Been using 787 from Manchester. First flight was actually 78 from Manchester to Ibiza. Didn't know it was rare, especially aircraft to Ibiza at the time. Good. Don't know about the autopilot disconnection on final planes and trains with idiots, I'm afraid. Not something I could tell you. The scenery out here is really something else. Absolutely stunning, this. Absolutely stunning. You get to make about 8 hours, flight fan. But Leonardo model, Leonardo have been doing MD-80s for years now. They've been doing them since FSX, and their models have always been really good quality, really good sound, really good development process. They've been around for ages, so it's nice to see them jump to the next step for Microsoft Flight Sim, and their release so far has been very, very good. Right, going to kill the seatbelt sign. Go through the cabin, and let's see who's on board our flight today. Any names you recognise, give us a shout, and we'll go through their stats.
The flight crew has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign. You can now get up and move around the cabin. However, we ask that you keep your seatbelt fastened when seated in case of unexpected turbulence.
Yeah, nobody yet on board our spots. Nope, nobody today. 128 passengers on board today. Standard again, 2x3 seating layout. It's got galley bit towards the rear. There's also meant to be a door over there. Toilets to the back, toilets to the front, a few more galleys in the front as well. It's pretty laid back interior on the MD-80. So we've done, yes, there's a lot of flying recently. Just the orange I've done. Let's go through my list. Let's go through my flights in April, because in April I went on. How many flights did I go on in April? It was 7 flights I went on. 9 flights, sorry. In April I went on 9 flights. So on April, and these are all between the 22nd and 30th of April. So within the space of 8 days I went on 9 flights. So on 24th of March I did, 22nd of April I did London to Zurich. 22nd of April I did Zurich to London. So Heathrow to Zurich, A220, Zurich to Luton as an A320 EasyJet. 25th of April I did Leeds Bradford to Paris Charles de Gaulle with a jet to 737-300, and then Paris Charles de Gaulle to London Gatwick with EasyJets. 26th April I flew from London to Lyon with British Airways 320, and then on the 27th of April I flew Lyon to Djerba, Tunisair, 737-600, and then Djerba to Tunis on an on a Tunisair Express ATR-72. On the 29th of April, I flew from Tazur to Tunis on an ATR-72 Tunisair Express, and the 30th of April, Tunis to Gatwick on a Nouvelle A320. So yes, quite a few flights in April. In the space of 8 days, did 9 flights. I like flying. Is it ever Microsoft Flight Sim? I don't know, Nicholas. I'll have to check if Virtual have done one. I don't own any Virtual products on Microsoft Flight Sim. Don't think I will pick up their Embryo family again. They're not the highest quality, not pretending they're not something they are. So, for example, what Redlock are doing, but they're not quite the level that I'm looking for in my aircrafts. I know they have got a few Embryo aircraft available on the platform. I don't look like a criminal getting the France situation. Yes, I've been out of France so many times as well. Yes, got a model cabin as well, California, so you can go through the cabin, enjoy the view from any of the seats on board the aircraft. So yes, go out the window, or you can sit down, sit back, relax, enjoy the flights from the passenger. We've got a little bit of modelling going for the buttons as well. Playing on the Windows application Spork. This is just off the Microsoft Store. Is that still down? It shouldn't be. Oh yeah, good spots. Good spots. Hi there, mate. Good to see you flying to home airport. Ah, Mitakulu, Axeli. Moi, Mitakulu. Yeah, are you by any chance an MD-82 pilot yourself, the pilots? You seem to know, well, seem to know a lot more than I'm doing at the moment. Yeah, I always appreciate the support. Head of my custom wing views, East Coast Canadian, it's the Alt and number key. You can set custom viewpoints to Microsoft Flight Sim. Very excited for MD-737 come on Shadow. Hopefully it does release this weekend. And if it does, then, well, I'll say day on purchase, and I'll be flying that thing to bits. Going to use and abuse the 7.3, and use and abuse it. Like I said, I've been on board a 717, not quite the MD-80, it's a slightly newer generation of it, but honestly not a bad little aircraft, quite comfortable on boards, quite, well, I'll say the towards the back of the the engine, so got the full sound of the JCD engines at the back, but really, really good. Huvakulu, doing well. No mean. Looks nice, thank you, Captain Turner. Welcome to the channel, welcome to the chat. How are you doing today, dude? So we're now approaching our level, well, passing through level 210, so another 16,000 to go. Tell you what, I don't think I actually even get to cruise, because to be fair, yeah, you're right. We're going to reach 368 by Ibvert, and then straight away, so I just need to get down to 227. So what I'm actually going to do is, also I've got the placard as well for Diamond Money as well. What I'm going to do is I'm going to change our level cruise, so performance, still going 370, I'm just going to limit to 330, just for the sake of maybe I'll have some level flight at some point in this leg. So that should be a lot nicer for the aeroplane. So 330. I'll quickly announce some new comms where I'm going to change our cruising levels to 33. Cool. Oh yeah, I never bought the Braydock. Never bought the Braydock. Did not interest me one bit when it first released. Very unsure about the way they're releasing it, and yeah, basically all the answers were given when they, well, did everything they did. Right, contact Sweden on 12443. 12443. Hello there, Stockholm Centre, Finnair 5 November X-ray, climbing through level 240, inbound, Idvoot.
Finnair 5 November X-ray, Sweden, good evening, squawk 6410.
Squawk 6410, Finnair 5 November X-ray. Right, I'm going to clear that. Maybe not. Do just type? Yeah, 6410, there you go. Right, so let's look at the protocols and flights. So, at Helsinki, I'm expecting
Treating control, very good evening, this is Caleb.
this runway 22 left.
Entering your airspace at near an intersection 400.
On Lakut 5 Alpha arrival. Lakut 5 Alpha.
KLM 158, treating control, good evening.
Let's keep
Weather
that.
complex, direct Arnov.
Direct Arnold's intersection, KLM 158 has.
Finnair 5 November X-ray, radar contact, continue climb flight level 330.
See you climb level 330, Finnair 5 November X-ray. Cool, good to go. The contract level interest in the airplane.
Treating control, apologies for KLM 158 has. It is narrow intersection, is that correctly understood?
KLM 158, Arnov, Echo, Romeo, November, Oscar, Victor.
So I'm just going to go to progress, nice descent page, go to forecast, and looking at expected winds at different levels of descent. So this is all going to be done on our flight plan. Just go down the pages for the wind information.
Level 380.
Also, top of descent, disinflation here, that you'll need. So leaving flights level 370. Winds are 311 at 25. Correction, need 33. Okay, give me 2 seconds. 330. It's 316 at 24. Level 200. 294 at 20. And 100, 280 at 13.
LL034, continue climb, flight level 280.
We look at our approach reference.
Climbing at 280, LL035.
So, landing at Echo Foxtrot Hotel Kilo.
Control Japan 310, radio.
Runway 22 left.
Japan Air 310, Sweden control, good evening. Squawk
Dry conditions,
3717.
flaps, we'll use 1528. At Helsinki, winds are reporting 2007. Air temperature 11 degrees centigrade. QNH 1018. Landing weight on board our flight today from the flight plan 49925. The 5 auto brake manual, reverse is active. Calculate. So, we're going to use approach speed of 145 15 degrees flaps, 131 18 degrees flaps. VJ 142. Runway length, well actually this will be 152 metres, got plenty of runway at Helsinki, so far so good. Yeah, so nothing needs to actually plug into the FMS on this occasion, because there's no actual input for the flaps or anything, but again, 28 degrees of flaps with VO4134. IS course is 110.3 with the heading, or the course 218, so 110.3. 110.3.
310 radar contact, flight
218.
direct Tango Romeo Sierra. Japan Air 310, direct Tango
218.
Romeo Sierra.
Also save the heading, stick it in there for the sake of having it available. 218. Oh yeah, I suppose it's at 37, good spots.
LL034, you can expect further climb in approximately 3 minutes due to traffic in front of you.
I have
Cool.
traffic on the
Just in time there,
Flight
flight fan. Just in time. Now passing, well, approaching 330. Well spotted. Right, so level up cruise. Let's keep at it. I just want to chat ratchets, but I'm also busy setting up the aircraft's approach configuration, so I think prioritise the aircraft over chats. First time 700, sorry, not sure yet, Marco. Probably, well, if I do the flight in real life in 700, it would be Helsinki to London. So will I really do another Helsinki flight? Probably. Yeah, so in real life, I have flown on the 737-700 with jet time. Helsinki Vantaa to London Gatwick. Probably will end up doing some normal Helsinki flights because, again, the channel's full of them.
Thai 953 at flight at 9,000 feet for flight level 310.
Cool. So we're up at cruise, so far so good.
Good
flight storm away from Bristol, yes.
Squawk 0574, climb flight level 280.
Squawk 0574, climb flight level 280, Thai 953.
LL034, climb flight level 300.
Can I change the different modes on the screen to 312 go set the second flight plan, so just double check our approach in configuration to Helsinki. It's a bit messy because I don't actually know if you can zoom in or not using that display. I've now no way to zoom. You can go step by step. So basically, movement that looks alright to me. Must admit, I've no idea if I can zoom or not.
0574.
Got 15 expected arrival, level 330, passenger satisfaction 96%. So far, so good.
953 heavy.
And Thai 953, radar contact, direct elpol.
Direct elpol.
At this point, we are.
953.
So we're flying north of Stockholm. We're trying to the south to see if we can try and spot the area, but unlike on this occasion. Put it down, nothing but forests down below. A few roads, guess a few small villages here and there, but for the most part, pretty chill.
Tango Romeo Sierra 7
Yankee
right
now.
Arrival, runway 30.
Tango Romeo Sierra 310, I didn't hear best.
Yeah, I presume you're on course. We just looked at Volanta. Apparently we're slightly to the north, but I'm going to guess there's like a bit of a curvature in there.
It's very stuttery.
Must admit, I'm not too sure, but we'll figure out when we get there.
Tango Romeo Sierra 7 Yankee arrival.
Oh yeah, the wings on the MD-82. The wingspan of the MD-82... 107 foot. 107 foot. I mean, the 717 was even shorter for the wings.
Hispania 801 Delta, clear direct Hotel Lima Zulu.
Max capacity of 172 passengers, 172. We've got 108 on board today. So Finnair, they operated the MD-82 for a couple of years until the mid-2000s. Replaced them with Embraer aircraft. Embraers and ATRs for, well, Embraers and ATRs initially, and then I think they transferred them all to a new airline anyway. So Finnair operates a Nordic regional for something like Norra, Norra. They now operate most of the majority of the local routes in around Finland and the north of Europe. Lack of winglets, that's pretty normal for this era. Engine cam, sure thing. So when I flew the 717 with Volanta, The seat I had essentially was that kind of view, but on the other side. So I'm going to put your scoots to the other side, skirt. So I sat in front of the engine to have that kind of view. Okay, so like, well, the galley ended in the way, isn't it? Galley in the emergency exits. So the view I had when I flew from Venice to Catania. It's going to be one of those things where the camera angle's going to be all off, isn't it? It's going to be 360, go out like this far, and then boom, it locks. Yeah, fair enough. Let's try this way then. They're not fan blades, Fisk, they're not fan blades, they're engine guards. So stops debris like rocks, stones, hail from going to the engine. See, this is kind of view I had when I flew with Volanta. When fan blades are moving, don't you worry.
Japan Air 310, descend flight level 200.
Just in front of the fan blades, there's a guard shield to just stop things from falling into the blades and damaging them. So rocks, stones, pebbles, birds, hail, any debris then get kicked up. Because the aircraft could operate on the gravel runways as well. Just stops everything from getting ingested by the engines. Cool, so landing in approximately half an hour or so according to the flight progression. Also, the sound, very, very quiet compared to the, well, compared to any other aircraft, because the engines are so far back behind the pilot. From the front, you don't really get to hear anything, it's just quiet. But there is a range. There it is. Found it. You can zoom in and out. Okay, that's quite handy, that.
Premium drinks are available for a small charge. Please note that we only accept credit cards.
Guards for ice protection, forms the wings and melts. There you go, yes, there you go. Thank you for Marco. Also, ice protection, anti-heat is going through the system as well. The aircraft looks more fun like more fun than the TRJ. The TRJ, I quite like it because of its simplicity. Fair enough, there's no auto throttle. This aircraft actually has auto throttle. This is from the era where you stack the normal regular size engines onto the back of any aircraft, so auto throttle is the system. TRJ, all manual throttle. TRJ, more modern, therefore systems a little bit easier to work with. This one, a bit more hands-on. Especially overhead panel. This, trust me, took a lot more learning than you think. I struggled in shooting this airplane, just figuring out where things were, system switches.
Continue climb flight level 370.
Took longer than you think, but we got there in the end, and so far, so good. Yes, Finnair, Eric. Moi, Nitakolo.
70, Thai 953. Swedish control, can I request 310? Because I'm still too heavy for 370.
Maybe it's a better aircraft's heavy.
Of course. Climb, maintain flight level 310.
Roger, climb and maintain flight level 310, Thai 953.
953, I wonder who they're flying, what aircraft they're flying. 953. They're apparently set 777.
Sweden, really good evening, Pi 9601. With you, we are climbing out of flight level 250.
Pi 961.
Also, speaking of Pack X, yes, so finally got Hoover, yeah, speaking of Pack X, so finally got Pack X working in the end. Basically what I did, I was dragged Collins, the head of TFDL Design, to go onto a Discord call with me, showed him the problem, and was like, oh yeah, I see the issue, let's fix it. So, again, TFDI, fair play, their support's always been fantastic, got it running very quickly, and a new feature, an IFE system. So, for those of you who, it doesn't matter if you set it or not within the startups, not every aircraft has it because of, well, system capability, I guess, but the aircraft has got an IFE mode, which just gives you slight stats within the sim. So I think 916 to Helsinki, so there's our route progress, also to Helsinki, there's our aeroplane. Got your stats well, so ETA, that's our arrival time, that's our satisfaction, that's our ground speed, that's our altitude. Jetstream radio, who we've got good connections with TFDL Design, FS Fleet users as well. Ooh, hang on. That's new. Yeah, FS Elite user as well. Very nice. Might put that up. I haven't got the Orbex England South, I must admit. In NES United, there you go. Very nice. Yeah, so EFE system, it's all built on local ISOs. Can't really stream this data anywhere else, but it's a nice little extra, just something for you to look at when on board your flights. I do quite like it.
for Thai 961.
Not sure about the safety briefings, Dan. Personally, I didn't have that issue with Pack X, but interesting how it goes. Oh yeah, TF Design, like I said, their support has always been great. Whenever I had a problem, I just go to the guy who owns it, like, hey dude, I've got an issue, would you like to see? And he's like, yes please. Jumps into the call, show him the problem, and then he'll fix it there and then. TFDI, I wholly support them. They're one of my favourite developers in the flight sim scene because they're just that good at what they do. Always supported them. Going to do some SAS flights for this. They operate a total of 82 MD-80s. God, quite a fleet that, generic. I have got scanning livery downloaded, so hopefully I'll do those myself at some point as well. 30 minutes, 30 minutes we had a problem. So there you go, just how good they are. Packets nightmare, got different websites to show you install, fixing the app has been a pain. I mean, I got it off the websites. I presume Orbex has slightly different installation requirements for it. I haven't any folders, might move them all else somewhere else. So level 330. I'll find that 33 actually well while I'm at it. Yeah, so far so good. Top percent will come at some point after the IVAO waypoint, which we are still a couple of miles ahead of anyway. The aircraft will tell me what top percent is, so it'll give me an indicator on the management computer, a master warning light will illuminate until you do also here on the MD.
Passing flight level 110.
I haven't got thrust master Boeing just yet, Marco. I'm waiting for it to go on sale. When it goes on sale, then I'll pick it up and it's slightly discounted. Probably worth full price, but get a bit cheaper, It feels really good that these aircraft are preserving most of flights since they absolutely I mean, the MD-82 is been a popular aircraft with, well, maybe not so much for the passengers or the pilots, but it's always been a classic, I guess. But it is good. Nice to see the odd birds preserved and I guess a new lease of life. Not sure about the Milviz ATR-72 IDK, I'm afraid. Not something that I'm aware of. I want a honeycomb. I should prefer Boeing, I guess. I mean, honeycomb yoke is really good. My brother owns the yoke and throttle. Very, very good unit, that. But I feel like, I guess for me, just the Boeing feeling is more what I'm looking for. You know, my brother owns a honeycomb setup. He does really like it. I've used it as well. It is a very good steady bit of kit. That's Kobara, Glocon Finals, very good. And we're just approaching the midway mark now to Helsinki.
Japan Air 310, contact approach 123.755. Good evening.
So again, quick look at the flight system. We've already programmed our approach. We've already programmed our frequencies and the runway. So it's 22 left, Laku's 5 Alpha. So from our position, we're coming in from Lakut, fly up towards Hotel Kilo 951, make a left turn up to Kavi, and then from there, right hand turn, inbound to B6, down a glide slope, and into land. As parking stands, we're likely heading towards the domestic European bit, which is Terminal 2, I believe, here at Helsinki.
Sky 9053, contact Warsaw, frequency 132.7. Good evening.
Well, no more to go yet before we hit the approach.
Good evening, bye bye, thanks for your service.
Thank you.
We're now flying north of Stockholm. That's confirmed by our in-flight entertainment here. So it's just a small little thing that just really, I guess, immersive with the aircraft. So if you're on an aircraft, modern airplane which has all these systems built in, boom, in the front of the seats, there you go. Just like flying manual this airplane. Definitely a lot of work, pilots. Say flying this thing manually is a lot more hands-on than I've probably not even expected. It's definitely a fight sometimes, but you do get there.
Remember X-ray, direct Elkun, expect runway 15.
Direct Inton and expect runway 15 for Finnair 5 X, right? Check where these just where it even is. Expect runway 15. Runway 15, hang on. Okay, they changed this. ILS 15. This will be via the Lakut arrival, I presume still. Let's have a quick look at the charts. Right, approach charts. Right, Lakut's approaching runway 14, so 15 side approach charts. 15 pin that, so inbound from the northwest. Probably a 7 mic.
LL 034, you clear direct Hotel Lima Zulu.
Yeah, so we get Lakut 7 mic we're using now for approach.
LL 034.
So, IS 15, Lakut 7 mic, execute that.
Iberia 624,
Double check the flight plans using
Hotel Lima
the
Zulu.
plan mode.
Direct Hotel Lima Zulu, Iberia 624 Whiskey.
Delta Tango Oscar, direct Hotel Lima Zulu.
So,
Delta Tango Oscar, direct Hotel Lima Zulu, thank
delete
you.
the vectors. Falcon. Perfect. Alcon,
Finnair 5 November X-ray, contact Helsinki, frequency 132.325, see ya.
122.325 Helsinki for Finnair 5 November X-ray. Thank you for service, bye bye.
Bye, thanks.
Right, so that's on your approach. Change the runway charts. Runway 15, get rid of 22 left. Cool. Good to go. Right, 132.325.
Right.
So far so good the flight, TKC, so far so good.
Runway 22 right. Via the Hotel Yankee, then cross runway 22 left, then waiting for the start Whiskey Delta.
Hello there, Helsinki, Finnair 5 of X-ray, level 330, inbound inputs.
Finnair 5 November X-ray, Helsinki Control, good evening, radar contact. And proceed direct Elkun, expect runway 15.
Proceed direct to Enkun, expect runway 15, Finnair 5 of X-ray. Cool, the Rally and Glante is strong with this one. Rally and Glante, if you don't know, it's basically the Finnish way of speaking English. You extend the vowels and it sounds English. Again, Rally and Glante, adore it. Such an accent, and everyone sounds the same with it. All my mates as well in Finland, when they use Rally and Glante, they all sound exactly like that. I love the country. think you should get the Magnite 787 for XP or premium upgrade to Microsoft Flight Sim. Depends what you're looking for platform-wise, TKC. The 787 Microsoft Flight Sim with the Hangar 9 mod's pretty good. The Magnite 787 is very good. I really like that aircraft, so I need to fly it more often actually. But yeah, you got some good choices out there. You definitely got some good choices. I'm not quite sure what this aeroplane's doing. It's gonna make a left-hand turn, gets us back on course because it's quite the yeah, quite the diversion you made there, aeroplane. Quite the diversion. So, blue directs next waypoint. It's decided, woo, let's go another direction entirely. But inbound to which won't actually appear on here, I don't think, because it's no, I think it's a new star, isn't it? That's fine then. If you're on a Magnite streamer, TKC, last time I flew Magnite was I flew from London Heathrow to Perth, and then stopover in Perth flew to Melbourne, so that was a good 23 hours of my day taken up that one. Right, Finland ahoy. Scotty Islands are on the horizon now. Top indicating is also on screen now. Slowly going to crawl its way down. To give you an idea of the speed of the airplane, our max cruising speed right now is Mach 0.75, so getting a lot slower than most aircraft kind of around us. But that's what the MD was capable of. It wasn't the fastest plane in the world, but it was efficient, it was cheap. Singapore, New York, London, that's over 24 hours, so it makes you feel better. And how many parts I have to cut that into for the sake of fitting YouTube stream notes? So nearing top of the descent now, very shortly make our, well, think about our approach into Helsinki. Can you change your frequencies as well, because we're now approaching runway 15, 109 10, 144, 109 10, 109 10, 144. And heading course 144. Cool. I've done a couple of landings in the airplane tower. Now I have practiced the MD-82. Just an aircraft I was definitely going to give it a few more goes before I took it on the channel live. The BA-146 at City, that was my third landing attempt with it. The MD-80 I've done 3, so this used to be my 4th or 5th landing in the MD-80. 4th or 5th landing, so I've got an idea of how it handles already. This ain't too bad. Mostly in the MD-80, it's a case of balancing out your speed and your angle of attack. Because again, the centre of gravity of this airplane is so far backwards with the wings, the engines, and all the weight at the back of the airplane. All this is dead weights. And you're so far from the landing gear, your angle of attack does seem quite high, so... Like anything, it does take a bit of practice, but when enough flying you do get a feel for it. Welcome, Sunny Bartsnaga, how you doing? Welcome to the channel, welcome to chat. How do you say, dude? Oh yeah, let's play 12. Very excited for it, TKC. As soon as that comes out, we'll definitely pick it up and give it a go, I guess. Very excited for it. Especially with the default A330. Fingers crossed. I mean, hopefully it itself is pretty good. If not, then you never know, I might even get like a Zybo touch to it. So I'll pick it up and create a free project that just greatly expands it. Changing their panel, all looking good. Nothing for me to really worry about.
And FedEx 5190, winds 200 degrees 7 knots, runway 22 right, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 22 right.
So we've got our flight configured for the 1.5 approach now. It's actually quite good for us, 1.5. It means we are going to, well, we're going to cut around less of Helsinki, just like essentially straight into the airport. So we do get a bit more time out of that. Not quite a 1.4 approach, but 1.5 pretty good. Can't complain about that. What do you do for living instead of streaming? I work in rail pilots. I am a train guard, not the guard, sorry, I'm a train dispatcher and...
5 November X-ray, when ready, descent flight level 100.
When ready, 10 level 100, Finnair 5 November X-ray. Sorry, I volunteer as a train guard and driver. Work-wise, I am a railway dispatcher and gate line assistant at customer service. So I work in rail, mainly. Aviation is a hobby of mine, which I take to extreme through flight sim and several holidays a year. Yes, Wi-Fi is going to be compatible. Very good CTKC. Do I use Auto XP? Not particularly. I used to quite a bit, but most of my hard drives are taken up by Microsoft Flight Sim, so I need more space for it, really. I'm testing open to Auto. It looks really, really good. I just need to get the time and space to render and use it. But to be fair, Microsoft Flight Sim is default graphics. If I want visual, I'll use this. X-Plane, I'll stick happily towards the more dynamic side of flying. Obviously, well, if I'm on a flight like that, it just feels like an aeroplane. So, I mean, my next flights will be in the, actually, it'll be one of these. It's a Dragon Rapide. It's an de Havilland aircraft. Gift pack and everything. So the next flight will actually be one of these, a heritage flight, 1940s biplane.
And 5190
later month off to Poland. I'm going to spend 2 nights in Poland, go see my grandparents out there. I've not seen about 3 years now, so very excited to go out there again. It's been too long, too long. Oh yeah, flying in Europe to anywhere in the world is cheap. I mean, if I go to Ryanair, go through one of their deals, there you go. Bristol, I'm in London, let's go to London. London Gatwick, Dublin 10, Shannon 17, Cork 24, Luton 12 quid, 13 quid. Stansted is the cheapest of the options. Manchester, there you go, London Stansted. 9.99 Gdansk, 9.99 Milan, 10 quid Milan, the other one. 10 quid Dublin, see look. And this is expensive for Ryanair. I've been on Ryanair flights that have cost me £3-4. This is a dream. Okay, summer flights were a bit more pricey, but even then, 20 quid for a flight in the middle of summer, that is very good. Very, very good. He's working around the industry, but he finished this uni degree off. Yeah. I'd say I've been there, done that, but I didn't do uni. Went straight into work. Alright, so when ready, 10,000 to level 100. So we'll get 10,000 up on the altitude selector here. But top percent, not for a few more miles just yet. And the aircraft is really good at its descent. It will follow everything to a T, so that's what I can happily, I guess, not worry about during our descent. Yeah, fair, because luggage on a trip that's 2 or 3 days long is going to be such a problem for me. When I went to Tunisia, 4 nights, this here, I've not unpacked yet, but this here is everything I took with me. Okay, I can't really see because of the green screen. But this here is everything I took with me 4 nights. Couple change of clothes, a few gimmicks here and there, toothbrush, that's about it really. And the bag is free. You do get carry-on for free, so it's not entirely pay for everything. A little camel I picked up in Tunisia because I rode a camel in Tunisia. Yes.
FedEx 5190, clear direct Ceylon.
I never bought the MKG's Scenery Hazu. No, I used the freeware AppInTheAir one because I still really like the freeware. Yeah, I never went to purchase it in the end. The freeware one, AppInTheAir, is really, really good. Do you feel comfortable flying Ryanair airplanes? Absolutely, pilots. Ryanair are my most flown airline. Since 2006, I have been on 51 Ryanair flights. 51 Ryanair flights. My second most flown airline is British Airways with 12, so big comparison there. Yeah, I've never ever had a problem with Ryanair. Whenever an issue does arise, so for example flight cancellation or delay or whatever, they've always been very quick to respond and get back to it anyway. Never had a problem with them. Not quite the case, Marco. I mean, standing seats were never going to happen, and Michael O'Leary himself even said that was just free publicity because the media talk about anything. O'Leary, he's an absolute genius. Okay, depends what side he's on, I guess, in terms of air regulation, but at the end of the day, aviation is so heavily regulated, Ryanair does fit within all the laws and regulations. They've not done anything illegal, otherwise they've been shut down for it ages ago. It's on the limit a lot of stuff, but Ryanair, they are completely legit in everything they do. I don't know quite what the news talked about. Well, if the news are talking about me being from the UK, then fair enough. Yeah, I'm from the UK. I'm well aware of the situation in Russia and Ukraine, but I just kind of tend to not focus my every living minute on it. Enjoy life while you can. Right, we've got about 50 miles now to the top of the descent. 50 miles to go. And airport down below, is that Turku? Yes, actually it is. That's Turku down below. The money you can fly to replace the same amount of money you pay for bread. So the cheapest flight I've ever seen, I never booked it because I was busy that weekend, but London to Dublin was £1.26. Crazy money. Crazy money. £1.26 London to Dublin. Don't know how they do it, but they can do it. And it makes profit. Right, 40 miles to go for descent now. 40 miles. See the top descent marker there just slips slowly tracking down screen.
And looks at 362 Helsinki Control, good evening.
I was going to say, catch up to pay for a flight in coins. Can be done. Can be done.
I'm at flight level 240 now.
Man, this for me is flashbacks. Flashbacks went through Finnair back in 2019. Let's try and find the photos of it. So 2018 was it? Through Finnair in 20...
my flight plan route now, so now I'm inbound Elbow. Okay, looks are
2018 I flew Finnair.
You can expect ILS Zulu.
Sorry, British Airways. British Airways to Helsinki.
In Rovaniemi and proceed direct Victor
there you go.
Echo Kilo India.
This is my view in, what day was this? This was 14th of July 2018. British Airways.
Expecting runway
to Helsinki.
And we'll proceed direct VKIP.
This is why I love Finland as well. The scenery out here is beautiful. It's just lakes, waterland, fair enough, a bit far beyond that now, but I love this country. I really do. If I ever had to leave the UK for whatever reason, Finland would be my number one choice for destination. Any birthday plans? Yes, working. Working a late shift on my birthday. He's a friend of mine, used to live in Derby. Told you that he had a lot more days off during the year than you get in North America. Do a lot more as well. Yes, in the UK you are legally entitled to, I think it's 20... Hang on, it's in Frozen. Bear with it. You're legally entitled to 22 days off a year plus bank holiday. So 28 days total you're entitled to as a day off. In the US you've got no laws on days off. You just, well, whatever's contractually obliged to you, which isn't a requirement.
Expect runway 26.
Okay, continue the transport to 110, pilot to Black House, expect runway 26.
I see where the descending aircraft's gone for, I must admit. Steeper than I thought it would be, but...
Let's 362, report top of descent. Logs Air 362, descent flight level 100. Descent 100, 362.
I don't think the aircraft's limitations.
018, when ready, descent flight level 100.
When ready, clear descent flight level 100 for Lufthansa 018.
And Finnair 5 November X-ray, Helsinki control, welcome back.
Thank you very much, Finnair 5 November X-ray. Cool, so side sent down to 100, aircraft's passing down track, that's fine, degrees 2 degrees
Finnair 5 November X-ray, I don't see your active flight plan at the moment. Are you able to descend fast enough, or do you need delay vectors for descent?
Finnair 5 November X-ray, we should be able to send fast enough, no problem. We've also refiled the flight plan for our trip. I'm having a look actually. No, that's the up there we're basically aiming for right now. That's at 10,000. And then it's about 2,000, so actually Finnair 5 November X-ray actually on second thoughts we're not going to make on time. Could get a delay vector for approach Finnair 5 November X-ray.
Finnair 5 November X-ray, vector for ILS approach runway 15, turn left heading 060 and descend to altitude 5,000 feet. Stand by for QNH. Server issue.
Turn left heading 060 down to 5,000 and stand by for QNH Finnair 6 November X-ray. Cool. So get ourselves vectored in.
And Finnair 5 November X-ray, QNH 1018.
QNH 1018 Finnair 5 November X-ray. It's 1018. And there we go, continue on descent. Alright, let's get the fuel pumps back online. So back online.
Contact Sweden control 124.43. Have a nice evening.
So that's active. And since we're now approaching runway 15 at Helsinki, it was already dark points for runway 15. So back to the performance. EFHK. Runway 15.
And Finnair 5 November X-ray continued descent to altitude 2,000 feet. And for information, this vector will take you through the localized.
Continue down to 2,000 and the vectors will take us through the localizer Finnair 5 November X-ray. That's fine. So you can hold the speed as well. Reduce that down to 250. Right, back to the meet half Helsinki. Right, so looking at the Navigraph has actually gone down at the moment. Slightly annoying. Okay, alternative meter EFHK. Wait for Nightbot to catch up, give us the wind information, weather information. There we go, right, so it's winds 190 at 7, QNH 1018, That's using 15 to 28. Temperature outside reporting at 10 degrees centigrade.
And Luxair 362, continue descent to altitude 5,000
standing weight
feet,
is 53453.
Retrieve 5,000 feet, 1007, 362.
That's fine, so yeah, approach speed, both flaps ended 136. Let's pass through 10,000 very shortly. I think the speed's actually, I don't know if you're playing it from the management computer or not, aeroplane, but keep resetting speed down to, yeah, 240, perfect, slowing down now. Spoilers out, get slowed down. Cabin crew, 10 minutes standing, 10 minutes.
We have begun our final descent into Helsinki. Flight attendants will be passing through the cabin to collect
There's one more thing I wanted to do. I've already done it actually, yeah, it's fine. 10910, 10910, 144, 144. Cool, good to go.
Helsinki Control, good evening. Hellenic 527, head flight level 370.
Hellenic 527, Helsinki Control, good evening, radar contact. And Finnair 5 November X-ray, turn right heading 230.
Turn right heading 230, Finnair 5 November X-ray. We'll be landing soon. We'll be landing very soon. Oh, no information on the overlay. I'll fix that 2 seconds. Is that better? Let's just reset the tool for it. Cool, so we are pretty much bang on the altitude there. Slightly above the glide slope, but that's not a problem. We can, well, it's only 1,800, that will catch up quite quickly. To the right of the localizer, I expect the next instruction will be a slight left-hand turn, and then a clearance to establish onto the localizer, 1.15. So delayed approach has helped us quite a bit. Fair enough, the MD-82 doesn't climb very good, but it descends like a, well, like a bullet. There we go. It's keeping us going, aeroplane. You're keeping us going. You've done a fine job so far.
And Finnair 5 November X-ray, turn left heading 170, cleared ILS approach runway 15, report localized.
Turn left heading 170, cleared ILS runway 15, was report on established Finnair 5 November X-ray. Right, so very shortly. Going into land. Speed 170 knots.
Slats extended.
Start our final approach procedure.
And Luxair 362 via Vekip and Nipak, cleared ILS Zulu approach runway 21, report localized.
Fuel localizer active.
Vacate NIPAC and then clear the ILS approach to 1, and I will report when I'm established.
And approach mode active. Finnair 5 November X-ray, establish runway 15.
And Finnair 5 November X-ray, winds 200 degrees 7 knots, runway 15, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 15, Finnair 5 November X-ray. Right, let's get this thing replayed. So this will be an MD-82 into Helsinki. And approach speed 132 knots. Well, the aircraft should hook onto the localizer very shortly as that diamond hits centre. So localizer's tracked, ILS is... Come on, plane. So you're thinking about it. Oh, we actually has tracked it. It's just sending down a glide path on its own. Perfect. Gear down. Cabin crew, take seats for landing.
Malta 018, continue descent to altitude 2,500 feet, QNH 1007.
Info throttle. Mine.
We clear 2,500 on the QNH 1007, Mix Malta 018.
I need to bear 202.
Gear down, 3 greens, flat sets.
Good evening, sir. Is it Air 202? Excuse me, if we can take it instead of speaking, please.
Say again?
Can we use text instead of a voice?
202 FM.
Thank you.
Again, I've got no real sound of the engines because of how far back the engines are, but I'll just give you what I need to know. It's keeping it steady. Aircraft does like to drift in the wind a bit, but keeping it steady. Not too far below glide slope.
Hellenic 527, when ready, descent flight level 100.
Reverse is set.
When ready, descend flight level 100, Hellenic 527.
Knots reverses cuts.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Helsinki.
There you have it. On Helsinki Vantaa Lentoasema.
Currently about 10 degrees Celsius. You can now use your mobile devices. Please remain seated until the aircraft has come to a complete stop and the seatbelt sign is turned off. Remember to use caution when opening the overhead bin.
Lights off. Test lights set. APU. Start. So that, sorry, it is that. Finnair 5 November X-ray. Runway vacated.
And 5 November X-ray, welcome to Helsinki. Taxi via Delta Foxtrot and Alpha Delta Gate 20.
Taxi via Delta Foxtrot Alpha Delta for Gate 20. Finnair 5 November X-ray. Nice and simple. I say writing a domestic stand over here to our right. Cool. Transponder can come off. Don't forget, we have got a replay of landing if you want to see it from the passenger perspective, so don't go anywhere just yet. Some very beautiful sunsets. Replay this. So stand 17. Stand 18. Hope he's available, so switch the bleeds over to that now.
Looks Malta 018 via Vekip and Nipak cleared ILS approach, direction ILS 2 approach runway 21, report localizer.
Cleared Vekip, cleared Vekip and Nipak for the approach runway 21 and recall when established on the localizer glide slope. Looks Malta 018.
Stand 20, make a left. Kill taxi lights, I'm going to blind end the ground cruise. Red flashing lights threaten pilot. It's the whole point of you flying into a runway, Jules. The red flashing lights are your pappies. They're guiding you to the runway, at correct altitude and angle of attack. Without them, you could be everywhere. Hold position. Parking brakes set. Already on the AP power, so engines. Cuts. Seatbelts off. Seatbelts off and turn off you, turn off you. Cool, there we have it. Welcome to Helsinki. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Helsinki Vantaa Lentoasema. Local time right now is approximately 20 to 11. Temperature outside is nice and mild, 11 degrees centigrade. We thank you for flying with Finnair. Hope you enjoyed your flight aboard with us today, and we hope to do this again in the very near future. Cabin crew, sun doors and cross check, please. Finnair 5 member X-ray is at stand 20. We shall switch over to Intercom very shortly. Thank you for service. Kiitos, hyviota, moi moi.
Finnair 5 November X-ray, thanks for flying. See you next time. Frequency change approved.
Right, 1228.
Hellenic 527, requesting arrival information.
And Hellenic 527, you can
Yes, Marco, I got used to the backstairs today. Passengers will be exiting through the back and the side. Speaking of which, ground power unit, can you get that connected as well, please? Ground, GPU, boom, 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 and boom. There we go. So the AP will cut off very shortly, and passengers will be able to send the aircraft home to the terminal and do their thing. Quick look at Volanta, see how the flight went in that regard. So yeah, apart from a little wood wobble there where we had the sim freeze, it wasn't too bad of a leg, all pretty good tracked. So 252 landing rates, 250 landing rates, 1.06 Gs, so landing was pretty good within the runway touchdown markers. Simple taxi stand, can't complain about that. And the flight, period in flight reports. As for passengers, they're at 92 satisfaction from the cabin. Again, so far so good from there. And the flights have to report. And I think in 16 MD-82 from Oslo to Helsinki. 1 hour 2 minute flight time, pan departure 8:15, passed on time. Arrived, well, within 5 minutes. Again, gives us a slight crash there, so happy to take that as 5 minutes on ahead of schedule. Passengers on 08 passengers, satisfaction 92%. Landing rate flight 252, we've got a time of 1 hour and 26 minutes. So machine flag glitches apparently, but apart from that, no complaints from the passengers. I'll drop the report in chat for those who want to see more detail. Feel free to go through the stats. And all that's left for us is to go through the replays. Neither Severi, we're using the freeware AppInTheAir scene of Helsinki. Freeware AppInTheAir. So I've been told by people to pick up the just the MK Studio one. But for now, just have to use the defaults. Well, the free options at least. Right, so this is from IVAO. Thank you for the service. We will end the replay, close all the exits. Kill the systems. Right, all offline, good to go. Refresh the page, it will pick up, it's just uploading. Right. Have a landing from the passenger perspective, shall we? Well, by passenger perspective, I mean behind the behind the engine. Yeah, I think there's one thing we need to do in the tablet as well, which is kick the aircraft into submission. That can be done by going to. There's no quick start. Fair enough. Okay, it's not the end of the world. Right, landing from passenger perspective. Nice. This must be very loud at the engine. It wasn't too. I've been on the 717 sitting by the engine. Wasn't too bad. The MD-82 gets less in the way of soundproofing, so the old JD-80s have much louder engines. So I presume fair enough, probably a bit louder from the front, but otherwise not bad. So short funnel from the right. This brings up memories actually flying into Helsinki from this approach. So can't wait to go back in July. I'm flying into Tampere, departing out of Helsinki. There you go. So that was landing from the right. Same for the left. So short final in. Again, a very pretty sunset in the background, very pink sky tonight. Very good. Just like the MD-80 into real life Helsinki. I'm sure anyone who fits aircraft in here would have seen that as a one-to-one copy of what it was like. Alright, let's do fixed on views. So do first of all from the landing gear perspective. So set the aircraft camera behind the engines, or the wings even. Okay, ignore the sound. The sound's not quite syncs to the replays, I don't think. The motion's alright, the sound, no, that sounds like a replay more than anything. Shot final in, and touchdown. That wasn't too bad actually. Fair enough, maybe it was on the region 252, but that, not a bad landing, I'll accept that. Let's do one more from the runway side view. Back reverse thrusts, yes, we can happily show that as well. Let's do the, in fact, God, let's do the bucket reverses first. Oh, I think the animation's glitched a little bit. It's already activated the reverses. Okay, the animation... Oh, okay, fair enough. I don't think... Okay, the AMD doesn't quite like the animations, I'm afraid, the replay, so we have to give that a miss. Well, that scene right there, that's pretty. Like you said, it's about the MD is more difficult to fly. Very good. There you go, that's our MD-80. Nice and backdrop as well. The orange backdrop, the orange sky. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. One of them worked. Fair enough. MD-80, not a favourite of the replay, eh? Yeah, so that was the Leonardo MD-82. Really enjoying this aircraft so far. A bit more technical, a bit more harder to get to grips with, but overall, it's a good experience and one I'm absolutely adoring at the moment. I'm loving it. I am absolutely loving it. So yeah, I guess that's the end of that. Next time we stream, probably on Saturday. Hopefully, PNDGs is around the corner, so I have the 737 soon to fly. Cool, 3 streams in a row, 3 new airplanes in a row. See if you can do it, PNDG. You can do it! Apart from that, so that's pretty much it really. So, hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave a like if you did. Do subscribe if not already. Thank you very much for watching. I'm just going to do a quick switch to camera because otherwise my head actually getting in the way of the nose there. So I like it. Yeah, that's about it really. Thank you for watching, you take care of yourselves guys, and I'll see you soon for some more flights in action. Also, if you don't have it yet, just say, the MD-80, it's not the cheapest airplane in the world, €90, but very technical. The cockpit fidelity, very good. Really fun to fly this. So, yeah, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you soon for some more. Have a good one, bye bye.